Welcome back to my channel. It is the last day. This is day number 7 of our sourdough bake-a-thon for July. I'm tired, okay? I am exhausted. This month has been one for the books in terms of the sourdough because one, half of the items didn't work out. That's never happened. Two, I'm exhausted. It's just one of those weeks, one of those months. It's okay. We're gonna regroup. So basically, if you are new to me, the premise is I take 7 days out of a month. We have a bake-a-thon, 7 days, 7 different recipes, all using sourdough discards. I'm finally able to make a dent in my discards. I have two. This is the little one. I have one in the fridge. I'm super excited because now I'm seeing the bottom, like I'm seeing the end of the rainbow. But anyways, today it was voted that we are going to be making sourdough stuffed dumplings. Is it gonna work? I don't know. I'm 100%. I have no idea if this is going to work. Okay. I've never made stuffed steamed dumplings. I make dumplings Caribbean style, flour, cornmeal, boom, in, right? Nothing special, nothing behind it. I've made dumplings that are not stuffed. It's my sourdough discard for my soups. I've done that. But I'm trying to make steamed dumplings. I don't know. And the filling that I'm going to be using, you've seen it with the ravioli. I'm just using it because these are just the things that I have currently. So I'm going to be making the lentil broccoli and cheese filling. I was trying to see if I had any other vegetable. I could probably put some cabbage up in there just to give it some meat. Cool. We're about to start. I have a recipe here, but I don't know because I've never used this. Like I started one way and I changed it. Never used this. So we're gonna be pleasantly surprised together. And I wasn't gonna use my mixer, and now I am. So now I have to get it. I completely forgot. But just wanted to see if you want. Or you can mix it by your mixer. I choose mixer. Mixer wins every time. The issue is I don't think this is a lot for a mixer. But we're gonna see, y'all. We're about to figure this out. I really don't think it's a lot for a mixer. Maybe I should just do it by my hand, but I don't want to. Okay. That's the most important thing here. I don't want to. All right. So we're gonna be starting with I don't even know how big these dumplings are gonna be. I don't even know if it's gonna work. It's the last day, so I'm allowed to have fun. We are allowed to have fun. Okay? It's the last day. Anything can go wrong. It is fine. So I'm just gonna take my discard. We've been using half of the week. We've made a dent. This is what my discard is looking like. She is super yeasty and super active. She was in the fridge. And I took her out maybe like 45 minutes ago, so she's still a bit cold, which is okay. So we're just gonna. It's super tangy. Like you can smell the tanginess. So my sourdough is at a point of. So we only need 100 grams. I find 100 grams of sourdough in anything that I do, discard especially, it's a sweet spot. Everything else, if I go above that, maybe I can go to like 150. But if I pass over that threshold of 300, it does not work. It's gummy, it's hard. I don't know why I don't listen to myself when most of the recipes had over 300 grams of discard. I'm already telling y'all these things, and I'm doing quite the opposite. So we have about 100 grams of discard, and we're going to add. Let's start with 15 grams of water, warm water, right? And the 15 grams, if it's enough, we will leave it as is. If need be, you will add another 15 grams. Because I have here 15 to 20 grams, no, 15 to 30 grams of water. It just depends on how the dough is looking. If the dough is dry, it might need to be lubricated, so we're going to add some water. If the dough is wet, we're not going to add any additional water. So I'm just going to get my container here to get my water. Because you know I like to mix my discard with my water. And I'm going to weigh it out so I can only use 15 grams. I don't want to go over. Because every time I go over, we have a problem. We have these type of problems. So we're going to use, that is so much. 15 grams is about a tablespoon. Right. You got a tablespoon. So I think you can figure out what 15 grams would look like. So, what's my other, I have another measuring cup. Okay. So 1 tablespoon is about 11 grams, roughly. 2 tablespoons is 24. See how that doesn't make any sense? 3 tablespoons is 35 grams. We don't need 35 grams. We just need 15 grams. Let's start with 15. I would still say 1 tablespoon. So maybe a tablespoon and a half will give you 15. I want to make sure I have the right amount, baby, all week. We've been having sourdough issues all week. I'm not here for the drama. Okay. So we're gonna start with this one. This one's about 15 grams to 100 grams of discard. Now I'm fingering my frosting. I'm crossing my fingers. Yeah, too small for it's gonna be too small for the mixer. I might as well just use my hand. I don't want to though. But we're gonna mix that in. That's 15 grams. We have a leeway of up to 30 grams. So if this 15 grams is not enough, we're gonna add another 15 and we should be good. But I'm not gonna do it until I stop. This is what this is looking like right here. It's fine. Hopefully I get to use my mixer, but it might not be. I might just use my hand. And then we're gonna add in oil. So I'm using coconut oil. And the only reason why is because I don't have any other oil. It's the only oil I have. I'm not putting olive oil in here. And my avocado oil is finished. And I don't want to add my vegetable oil because I use that for other things. So this might have a nice little flavor. I'm just melting on my coconut oil because I keep it in the fridge because it's summer and it melts. And I will like to say, if you are sending me messages in the chat and I do not see them, my apologies because there's something wonky going on here. So, anyways, real quick, I didn't start. Oh, Lord. It's going to be that time of day. We need to finish strong. I need to finish and make these dumplings delicious and make them work to redeem myself because this week has been rough. The sourdough week, oh, been super. So for the melted, I was gonna say melted butter, coconut oil. Again, just using neutral oil. I'm using coconut oil. That's all I. So this is about 15 grams, roughly. And I say roughly because not everything is coming. We gotta make sure we get all of it to make sure we have because I've never made this before. Never, ever. I cannot tell you what's gonna happen. Maybe I have an idea of what's gonna happen, but I really can't tell you what's gonna happen because I've never made it before. I'm just mixing in the oil with this part. Yeah, this is too small for a mixer. I'm just gonna use my hand. Should have used my other bowl. That's what I get for being lazy. All right, so this is all mixed in. This looks good. So essentially, we just need it to be like a nice smooth dough, and we can rest it and hopefully work. Work. Now, if you are just joining, we are doing our last day of 7 for our sourdough bake-a-thon. Flour, all-purpose, not sifted. This is going to be 150 grams of flour. And I pray it works. Okay? For 7 days out of a month, we make 7 different recipes using this dough. Some recipes are perfect. Okay? Some recipes fail, but everything is delicious. I will not tell a lie. Okay? It's a fail in my eyes. So delicious. But I am learning. It's a learning process for me when it comes to sourdough. And again, I'm not an expert. I started this back in March of this year. Okay. So we're gonna add some salt into this. It's pretty much like a quarter teaspoon because it's not a lot. So that's about 1 to 2 grams. 1 gram, if you're weighing. And I'm just gonna mix that together just so that the salt is distributed in the flour. And we're just gonna mix this. And I really hope I can use my mixer, but I don't think I can. But also too, the dough is dry. Well, it's very dry. So we might need to add that additional 15 grams of water. I'm telling you right now. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm not confident with this, but I'm confident it's gonna be delicious. That's all I got. That's the most confidence I have right now. So let's just try and get some water here. Another 15 grams. Ooh, baby, I just want this to work. Okay. I just want it to work. But I'm thinking it might not even take the full 15. So that right here is 15 grams. So we're gonna see because right now, for the sake of the experiment, it's very coarse. It's looking more like a pie dough. Are we making pie? No. But I also want all the stuff on the side to pull away. Yeah, this needs more water. And maybe 15 grams isn't enough to make a dent in this. But we'll see. So this is the additional 15 grams. Oh, this is supposed to be a smooth dough. What are you doing to me? This is not working. I need to add more water. I'm just afraid right now to add more water, but I know it needs more water. Because of all the stress that I've had this week with adding more water and doing whatever I wanted to do, baby. Okay. It's like I can't. I'm no. It's not moist. It really. It needs to be a smooth, supple dough. This is far from it. Okay. You're making it. So I added 30 grams of water so far. Maybe another 10 grams, 15, 20, 20, around 50 grams. 50 grams might be too much. This is a full blown experiment that I'm doing. It really is. And the thing about what I don't like with oil in flour, it's like grease if it's not mixed in. I mixed it in with the what you call it, this, so it should be fine. I think 50 grams is a sweet spot for me. Now, the only reason why I say that because my discard was not warmed, not warm, at room temperature, and I find at room temperature the the discard is liquefied. It's more runny, and when it's just straight out of the fridge, it is solid. Okay, yeah, we got it. Ooh, that's a lot of work. Okay, I'm gonna need it on the counter because that's the only space that we have. I'm gonna clean it a little. Because I cleaned it before, but I still yeah. So as I said before, if you don't have one, you should get one. It's just it's a bench scraper. It just makes it easy to get anything that's stuck on your counter. So we're not using the mixer. We're gonna move it to the side, and we're gonna knead this a little. I'm gonna put my timer. Time for and feel, but I need it to be smooth. It's not gonna be mixer smooth because my nails are a little long. I'm trying to break my nails, but we're gonna work it. Now, don't do like me and just watch pretend to like go to it. Timer for 5 minutes. I'm not going over 5 minutes. So basically, you're just needing it. I think you need full on gluten um, development because it's a dumpling. So you're not necessarily trying to get it to like bread state. Because when I make my regular dump, maybe I should have just made my regular dumpling and stuffed it. But for me, I just need to combine. I just need to combine. And then let it rest just to relax the gluten structures. Then we we do what we need to do. But this is so hard. Do you hear this? I don't know. Every time I put oil in a dough that I have to think about, some weird stuff happens. When I'm just randomly in my kitchen doing whatever I want with this dough, I make the best things. Okay. That's how I figured out that it made the best shrimp, covered shrimp, right? Coated shrimp, fried shrimp. You can fry it, but discard. That's how I discovered that. I made fried dumpling. I didn't think about it. I wasn't thinking about it. I get something like this. I just don't know. Yo, a minute hasn't even passed, and I'm still trying to knead this. No, no. So, in case you were wondering what I'm doing, so I kind of slightly pull, and I just use the base of my wrist, and then I turn it around, and I do it the opposite way. So whenever it gets long, that's pretty much all I do. Some people like stretch like this and then do it. I don't necessarily do this. Now this is like tightly wound. I don't know if this is what we're supposed to be doing because again, this is my very first time making this recipe. I just kind of threw it together. Kind of use the sourdough like rules and threw it together. I don't work. We don't know. It should. All I know is gonna be delicious. You can use your left hand, you can use your right hand, you can use whatever you want and need, right? Getting more pliable, like more soft. So I think that's good. I just don't know if it's gonna work. I need to stop overthinking these things because when I do it on my phone, I'm telling you, I have no issues. And I was like, ooh, maybe I should have recorded that because it just works out, right? But I have to plan and prep for you guys, and here I am like, oh no, this needs to come out. Listen, this entire week, most of the week, to me, is gonna fail. But I mean, I corrected. Okay, getting there. Nice. I have 2 more minutes of meeting. This would have been done if I had put it in the mixer, but it's too small for a mixer. This reminded me of the when we made the oldie on Sunday. Jeez, let me tell you, all this rolling and time work too much. Like convenience. I love baking convenience. I love traditional stuff. Don't get me wrong. But that doesn't mean I have to do it the traditional way. So like who's spending 12 hours in the kitchen trying to make pasta every day? Not me. I know that's an exaggeration. I'm sorry. But not me. 1 more minute. Woo, it's coming nice and smooth. It's not smooth though. Like really smooth. It's becoming a lot more pliable, like almost like Play-Doh, but not really. You have muscles right now. It's a lot of work. And yes, a lot of breath. I know I need to exercise. This is gonna be my exercise of the day because I'm not doing anything else. It's too much work. Anything that requires me to wow, you're trying to fall, don't do that. You have to do all this additional stuff and twice. We have about 40 seconds. This is like a full 5 minute rolling session. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. It's gonna work. Now the only other thing is, once this is ready, I haven't decided the size of the balls that I'm gonna turn them into because sometimes my sourdough surprises me with puffs up. Like when I made my fried dumpling, it was like ooh, tiny, sweet, but a beautiful puff ball, which ooh, is nice and smooth. This is what you're going for. If anyone tells you different, they're lying. Because if you use a mixer, you would get something smooth like this. Now, are you gonna get like full gluten development? Maybe. Let's test it. Mm, For me, if I was looking for full gluten development, I would give it more time because if you use a mixer, for example, your window pane wouldn't have, if I can pull it up, this when you do a window pane. It's almost there, but I'm not trying to develop it for bread. I'm just trying to make dumpling. Now, I'm out of bread. I'm gonna try to roll this up into a ball, and this might be too much of a tight line. I'm gonna rest it. I'm not resting it for long. We're gonna rest it for 30 minutes, which is doable. And while it's resting, I am going to make the filling. And again, the filling is just based on what I have in the house at the moment. Uh, you can pretty much put whatever you want to put in there. I am just gonna use what I have. I still have some lentil tofu left over. I have some cheese. I have some broccoli. Honestly, I think I'm gonna try and even put. Oh, this is the ball. I mean, it's not cute here, but it's nice and sweet. Okay. I'm gonna try and put some cabbage into it. You know, just an added boost because I've been eating flour all week, child. Okay. I I need some extra everything else. So we're gonna let it sit out. It can sit in a warm place, like in the oven with the light on, or it can sit at room temperature. Doesn't matter. Just let it sit for 30. We're gonna put it in the oven because I just need it to get out of my mouth a little bit. So I'm gonna put my what's happening here? Hold on. We gotta do some instruction. Okay. Keep that on with the light. Put that in the light. Go with the light on. I'm so sorry. My brain is going faster than what's coming out of my mouth. So I'm gonna try and slow it down. 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna tidy here like this. But I'm just gonna tidy here. See, I'm just saying all these back. And then we're gonna we're gonna make it fill in. I made this fill in when we made ravioli. It was the best. It's delicious, quick and easy, and most importantly, it is on the dry side. And I think for the dumpling to work, it has to be on the dry side. It really has to be on the dry side. So I have my broccoli, I have my cheese, and I have my tofu. I'm gonna make another batch this week because it's just good to have. And when I say tofu, it's lentils. Okay, that's it. There's no soy because I kind of cut uh, soy tofu out of my diet because I've been told like it messes with hormones and stuff like that. I don't need that type of negative energy in my life right now. So, so we're gonna do that, that, and that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do cabbage. And some extra, cabbage. I'm gonna add that. Now, seasoning wise, honestly, season however you like. So I tell people because I don't use a bunch of seasonings, salt and pepper, and I'm good. You know, sometimes chili flakes. I like using fresh garlic. Sometimes chili powder. And most importantly, sometimes this. This is just a blend. It doesn't have to be this brand. You could do whatever. You can use whatever makes you feel comfortable, you use it. Just making sure I have all the ingredients that I need for seasoning. And then I'm going to mix it up. bowl. But before I start, because we were talking about it yesterday, I'm just going to show you. I refreshed my starter yesterday on live, and here he is. So he's grown significantly. He was up here, and now he's starting to eat himself. And as you can see, as I was explaining, it's cloudy, misty inside. These are all the gases building up. I haven't opened this container yet, but I know once I opened it, it'll clear up on the inside. But this is Fred, this is the dad. Used today with Frederica, and I finally made a dent in her and on myself. Because baby, I need to clear some space out in my fridge. Okay, we're gonna get some cabbage cut up. I was contemplating. I mean, cabbage doesn't really spring a lot of water, if any. So that's a good thing. I just want to make sure I don't add any. I'm down here. I don't add anything that's gonna be super wet because I don't know what that's gonna do to my dumpling. I'm trying to have this accident free. Okay, accident free, just everything free. So I'm just gonna cut up some cabbage. I'm gonna cut them a little smaller. Not them, but this a little smaller. Just wash it. So we have one color different and see the texture different. If I had some carrots, I would have grated them or chopped them really small to add them in. I've done that. So I think you could do whatever filling works for you. Because honestly, that's all I'm doing right now. And I won't lie to you, ever since I started making, I know y'all gonna be sick of me. I'll be making the lentil tofu every single week. It's just lentils. Kind of like fufu, but I don't want to call it fufu because I don't know the basis behind fufu. I know you blend stuff up with water and you cook it. So think of it as fufu if you're African. And for us, I think the only reason why they call it tofu is because it sets and cuts and acts like tofu. Yo, call it whatever you want. Lentil squares, lentil jelly. I'm silly. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna cut these up a little smaller. I don't know if I'm gonna use the whole thing. If you have a food processor, do that. Do whatever you have. Use whatever you have. It's small enough that texture-wise, they get a little crunch, softness, perhaps, but a lot of fiber. I'm trying to sneak a lot of fiber into my diet right now. So even if you see me make a whole bunch of salad or something, there's always something nutritious somewhere floating in it, on it, you know? So like I made chia seed jam. The video is gonna come out soon. And it's on the healthy side. So if I eat a toast of sourdough, have a banana, and then I'll put some chia seed jam, strawberry chia seed jam on there. And we're good. So cabbage we have. We're gonna add broccoli, we're gonna add. We're not gonna pre-cook it. We're gonna wash it and just cut it up as small as possible. The last time I made this, I did not add any cabbage. I'm just adding cabbage now just to see how it would be. It's really and truly what you know. I like experimenting, even if they don't come out half the time. Lying, they do come out. I told down to myself, I need to stop that. They do come out. Some of them are a little questionable, but they come out. Okay, they come out. Okay, I believe this is gonna work. The dough feels good to start, so we'll see. Okay, so we're just gonna wash these bad boys, and we're gonna chop them up real fine. Try to get soft in there as well because fiber, fiber. And it's Saturday, right? Yeah. My days all blend together when I'm doing these live streams. So sometimes it's difficult for me to keep track, but that's okay. We're gonna chop them up like so. Put the head far down. I'm gonna add some stock into it. Okay. Just to get some roughage, some fiber, get some texture crunch. Because we know it being encased in the dumpling, the steam is supposed to cook it, but the steam, I don't know how well the steam's gonna penetrate the inside. I mean, it's supposed to, because we're gonna steam it for like 20 minutes. So it's supposed to. I don't throw these out. In case you were wondering, I keep them. I add them to soups. I blend them up, put them up, throw them in some rice. I use, I try my best, honestly, to use every aspect of anything that I have. That's what I've been trying to do. So it just makes it easier. But I still have some in the fridge, you know, boil it, make some stock, have vegetable stock. I mean, I wouldn't eat bowl of them, vegetable stock. It'll just be broccoli stock. That's okay. And to still use the water, make rice, all those different things. I'm out here doing fermented, which is why we're here. Sourdough. Because I told y'all, you're new. I'm trying to make everything I possibly can with sourdough. I'm a firm believer, right? That anything I can make with yeast, I should be able to make with my sourdough. Be it my discard or my actual sourdough. That's what I believe. Okay, so we have that down. And you can see I'm really not measuring. This is cooking. I don't usually go by ingredients, not ingredients by weight or measurements. I go by a look. I go by a vibe, right? So right now, this is giving a good vibe for me. It's giving fill in. It's giving lots of fiber. I'm okay with all of that. Okay, so we have that here. Now I'm gonna add the cheese. The cheese for me is a little on the iffy side because it's either gonna be too much or not enough. And in my mind, you can never have enough cheese. So we're probably gonna use about this much. It's about 100 grams. Could be less. Might be less. Like 80 grams. Just to give you an idea of what it is. Not really. 75 grams. So close to 80. Because I don't want to make too much fill in. Because what am I gonna do with it afterwards? I mean, it's like I'll eat it. Right? Come on. Okay, let me get my You can tell this morning I woke up, I was tired. I'm down here. Here I am. And I'm like, do I have to do this? And I said, yes, you do. Okay, so we're just gonna grate this. If you have a food processor and you want to use it, use it. I usually freeze my cheese. This time it was not frozen. So I like to buy block cheese. So come home, cut it, and freeze it. So that it stays for me, it stays a while in the freezer. Like no issues. It's in the freezer for a while. So these are just things that I like. We have about 15 more minutes for the actual dumpling dough. Get on to business. Because watch me not know how I want to roll my dough. How I want to go. Do I want it to be round? Do I want it to be like a pot sticker? I don't know. But we're about to find out how this works. Because again, this is my first time making this type of dumpling. Honestly, this recipe kind of just came together right before the live. Why? You may ask. Sometimes there's why. Okay. I had an idea of how it was going to work. I just didn't have an idea of the actual recipe. So, you'll make it work. Okay. For the lentil tofu, this is what it looks like. This is what I made last week, Saturday, on live stream. It's still good. It's still fresh. And we're gonna add it to this. I'm gonna weigh this portion so at least you kind of get an idea of what I'm using. Again, the vegetables I didn't weigh. I'm weighing it. Okay. But if you're curious as to what it looks like, this is it. It's still firm, like very firm. You can slice it like you would tofu. You can cube it up. I even made hot dogs out of this. Okay. Watch yesterday's live part two. Did really good. Okay, so that's about 100 grams. It's 110 to be exact. I may add a little more, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up to see how firm it holds. And then that will be the judge of if I add more. Because I added cabbage to it, the cabbage might change the consistency just a little bit because everything else here, outside of the cabbage, you can squeeze together and become smush, right? So we'll see. So I'm just gonna season this just a little bit. You season however you want. You use what you have. I'm a firm believer. Some chili flakes. This is some chili powder. These are my 11 herbs and spices. You know what I'm saying? Some salt. Now, if your lentil tofu is actually really salted, you don't need to add salt because one, the cheese has salt in it as well, right? So you don't need to add extra salt, but I do because I'm winging it. I firmly believe that being encased in the sourdough is going to help it. It will probably quell the saltiness. Okay, so I'm just putting my glove on because I'm going to do a lot of squishing. But as you can see, this is what we have here. I'm just going to squish everything together to make somewhat of a spreadable or dumpable paste. Maybe I should have, mixed the seasoning in before. That is also fine. Just do whatever works for you. I think that's my motto for the rest of the year. Do what works for you. I can show you me doing something my way, but you don't have to have the same ingredients to get the same or similar result, right? Use what you have. You don't have broccoli, but you have spinach. Guess what you're using? Spinach. Too bad because you don't have broccoli. Most people don't like broccoli. Yeah, I do. You don't have cabbage, but you have kale. Add some kale. Figure out what you have and what can work. 'Cause essentially, you want a dry enough filling that you can dump. I want more cheese in this, but it's squeezable and it smells amazing. So this should work, but I'm gonna add more cheese because I want to see more color from the cheese. So we're just gonna grate up some cheese and add it, and it should be good. We have about 10 more minutes for the dough that's being rested, and then we roll it out and steam this bad boy. I don't have a bamboo steam anything. I just have a regular vegetable steamer that I'm gonna make work. Is it gonna work? It's I'm gonna save the glove. Let's not do that. Okay, cheese. We're gonna add some more cheese. I'm probably gonna add half of this because I want more color. I kind of want it to be melty. In my mind, it should be melty, and it will be melty once you bite into it. But is it gonna work? It's gonna work some way. It's gonna work somehow. It's gonna work. Okay, so it's gonna. Oh, see, every time I use my grater, I cut myself. Never fails. But yeah, so you're gonna add cheese. Just I started with 75 grams, and honestly, that was about this is about 30 grams. That's it. So there you go. You're going based on touch. You want it to be held together, but you also want it to be something where if you are eating it, you're biting into the dumpling. In my mind, you have enough like sustenance. You have enough because there's nothing worse than biting into anything that has a filling and there's like this much filling. There's nothing worse than that. So you want to make sure you have enough filling and the filling has enough textures or anything like that that will complement what you have going on. The dough is looking nice and rested. Size wise, I don't know what size we're going for. With I think about dogs. I don't know what size I'm gonna get, but in terms of my filling, my dumplings, I mean, but we'll see. For the raviolis, we made them really, they were small. And they were about half tablespoon for the filling. So we'll see. So yeah, so I'm just gonna be adding a bit more cheese, which I already added, but I'm mixing it in. That's what I'm doing. Mixing the cheese in, and we should be good. I'm super excited because yeah, I'm dumplings for lunch. Okay, so cabbage is all well in here. Every bite, you're gonna get some broccoli, some cabbage, some cheese, some tofu to be filling. It's like I want to make these little balls so that I can stuff them in. And if you think about this, it's already cooked. The tofu is cooked. The only thing that's raw is the broccoli, and I don't think eating raw broccoli don't kill it, right? But what you can probably do if you have leftover dough from whatever, you can fill it. You can make turnovers with this. You can make Pop Tarts. I'm talking about savory stuff now. You can make Pop Tarts with this. You can even use this as a fill in for your pasta. If you have pasta shells, you can probably fill this in, bake it. You could probably line your lasagna with this. Look at this. I promise you. And now that I said lasagna, I have lasagna shells. I'm trying to make lasagna. If I have any left over, I'm trying to make lasagna with it because I know it'll work. It won't be a traditional lasagna, but I don't do traditional very well. I don't. I do whatever I want. If it pops up in my head, I'll make it work. And now that I put it out into the universe, I promise you somebody's gonna make a lasagna, or there's somebody that already made a lasagna with this. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna do it. If I have enough left over, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna make a video of it. Because why not? It's all about the experiments. So, anyways, we are going. This is good. It's a good consistency. As you can see, it's not wet. I think you don't want a wet filling. You want one that's firm, that's going to hold up in your dumpling or whatever you're putting this in. We're putting this in dumpling. We're putting this in dough in hopes of making a dumpling. That's what we're doing. Okay. Now, if you are curious of how I made the lentil tofu, I can tell you. There are about 5 more minutes before we have to like roll this dough out. You grab yourself a cup of lentils, red lentils, and you soak it overnight. And once it's soaked, you take that same 1 cup of lentils, wash it, you drain it, you wash it, and then in a blender you add 2.5 cups of water to your 1 cup of red lentils that were soaked, and you blend them. And once it's blended really fine, you transfer it to the stove in a pot, non-stick preferably, and you cook it. So if you're of Caribbean descent, think of fungi. If you're of African descent, think of fufu. If you're of, I want to say, like any other ethnic backgrounds, like Mexican or anything like that, Italian, I think they do have that. Think polenta. I think that's Italian. No, not Italian. That might be uh, Latin German. Or maybe Italian, because I think they have it too. So anything with cornmeal that you have to mix, if you use cornmeal, and I'm not trying to offend, I'm just trying to remember based on my experiences. But anything with cornmeal that you have to like cook that when you make your toast. Cook it, cook it, cook it. It'll be translucent at some point, but it's gonna be very thick. Honestly, think about cream of wheat when you cook cream of wheat. It's thick if you don't stir. It'll bubble up. So you just have to cook it, and then once it's done, you transfer it to a container, Pyrex, anything like this, and let it set. I set mine at room temperature because it sets really quickly. As it cools, it sets, so you have no issues with that. There's that. So I'm just making space so that we can 100% have room to make this steam dumpling. In here, I'm laughing because they beat me. Oh no, what's about to happen? It's about to be a thing. It really is. The good thing is we're not using the oven today in terms of cooking. That's a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna put up Frederica to give you a last look at her before she goes night night. So this is the discard that we used today. She is the overflow from the bigger pack. At some point today or tomorrow, I am going to combine because I've been trying to make a dent in my discard. So now we finally made the dent, which is good. So I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. My discard stays in the fridge. My starter stays at room temperature all the time. All the time. And I still have the stove. I haven't done anything because this is the last live. I am going through everything, baby. So 3 days ago, I tried to make sweet potato sourdough bread. It didn't quite work out. I made two doughs, one prior to the live and one live for you guys. This is the same dough that we made live. It's been sitting in the fridge fermenting for 3 to 4 days. And it's puffed up beautifully. And I'm gonna try to turn this not into a bread loaf, but into a cinnamon roll because I really think the dough has such potential. So I'm gonna hope that this being locked away for so long, like as you can see, like it has a lot of air bubbles. I hope that it being locked away kind of it slowed down the fermentation, but it's still fermenting because yesterday wasn't that tall. Now it is. So if I can turn this into a cinnamon roll, I would feel redeemed from trying to make this into a bread dough. It just wasn't working. I have to tweak the recipe to make sure that it works because I would like a sweet potato bread, a sweet potato egg. So we're gonna see. Okay, time's up. Thank you. We're gonna this this process. No, so no. The reason why I don't know is I just don't believe that I'm able to do this. With believe we're gonna make this work. So time's up. We're gonna pull this off of the oven. It's been relaxing for 30 minutes to be exact. This is what the dough looks like. What keep doing that? And I know I'm gonna need it. I mean, it's relaxed to an extent. Okay, stop it. Right? It is relaxed. So what we're gonna do, I'm thinking and I'm talking out loud. We are going to weigh this. These are Mississippi's. It's about 315, 300, 315. I have to decide how big I want these dumplings, right? Because I imagine, ooh, that's a nice, beautiful cut right there. That's pretty. I imagine this might be a decent size because once you flatten it and fill it, it should be fine. That's about 45 grams. Because I was gonna say 50 grams, really. For 45 grams, this is 50 grams. This is 50, this is 45. I think I'm gonna go with the 45 grams because in my mind, once I roll it out and I fill it, it'll just puff up in my mind. Listen, I don't know how these dumplings are supposed to go. I've never made a stuffed dumpling like this ever. I've made it my own way, not like this, but that's okay. And what I also wanted to add is that you can, the skin is forming really quickly. So don't be like me. Make sure you cover this because there is a skin. Okay. The skin is forming. That's 50. Okay. So I'm going to do this quickly. At least try to, because there's a lot of dryness. And the place isn't warm. Because usually when it's warm, I don't have these issues. Don't. You're not even that yet. Please. I know 1 gram is not going to make a difference, but still. You see all that filling to this much dumpling? Not good. That's not good. That's not good. 8. What is this one? 55. 37. 45. Really? We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. The skin that is being formed on these baked right here. Though it's dry, not a bad thing. Because I'm thinking you need it to be dry, but it's like a little air touch that, not bad boy, is dry. Okay, so essentially, I'm gonna get myself just a little water to dab my hands on. Essentially, right? I feel like I want to do it like this. Because essentially, you want to start from round, but mine's drying out, as you can see. So I'm just going to start where I can. So essentially, I really feel like this is what you do. I mean, maybe some people roll it out. You can probably use your hands because the dough is not a lot. We'll probably try rolling out, but I'm too thin. And then fill it and close it up. That's how they do it. No? You can use the back of a spoon if you don't have a smaller rolling pin. I do have one. It's just something. Because I really feel like you can do that. The only other thing that I'm seeing, and I'm saying this before I even mess with the other ones because we've had issues in the past, is that I wanted to be able to fill it and seal it because I'll use some water to seal it and scrunch it because I want round, but I don't know how thin this is supposed to be rolled. Flattened, right? Does it go based on your filling? I'm gonna treat this like a pizza dough because I've done stuffed pizza doughs, fried them, right? So I know I'm overthinking this, but this dough is not a pizza dough. The pizza dough is a bit smaller, not smaller, softer. So maybe I will go back to my table I think 1 tablespoon might be. So this is 1 tablespoon, right? I want to bring it up. We'll test. I'm gonna try to seal it with some water. The dough is dry, not in a bad way. It's just not. It's soft, but it's dry. So, so if I bring it up like this is not going to be around, but it kind of works. But to me, it's not. The filling's not even. But I don't know how the fill if the filling's supposed to be in the center. For me, when I do my like pizza rolls, I try to get filling everywhere because I don't just want to eat dough. I want to eat the actual filling. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Honestly, there's a first time for everything. I ain't gonna lie. So I mean, originally there was a nice little decorative thing happening. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about. I just want to make sure I'm able to get the actual dumpling to steam properly, right? So that's what I'm out here doing. So I would tell you to start from round, but my dough is dry. See the crackling? It's a dry dough. And once air touches it, that's it. So try to get it into what shape you're looking for. These might be all over the place, right? But the filling is central right here. But all of this is dough. That's not cute. But it's fine. We're gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. So I'm gonna see it in the back of the spoon just to get more out of it. I could use my rolling pin, but I'm a bit rough, right? So I might flatten it too much with the rolling pin, and then boom, we have an issue, right? Now, all of these dumplings are gonna be different. I need y'all to understand. They're not gonna be uniform. I will try my best to uniform them, but I cannot promise you that. Not right now. I'm working on figuring out if this is gonna work or not. Because how do I know this is not gonna be in the pot steaming and it busts wide open? I don't know. Okay, okay. So this is a tablespoon, yet again, right? It doesn't seem like a lot of filling. But then if I put a little more, it's just gonna be too much. So this one might be triangular. It might be, or it might look like they're all gonna be different and they're all gonna be unique. That is too much filling right there. I already see it. But am I still gonna do it? Yes. Wait, what is this? You know what I mean? What is that? Listen, they're all gonna be different and unique. Why? Because I'm eating them. I honestly didn't look up how to make dumpling shapes, right? I didn't. And I know you do because you do it with pie dough as well. There's a specific crimping that you do. Yeah, I just want to make sure my dumpling recipe works. Like, what is it? Jeez. Start from round. You start from round, you will not have an issue. It's okay. I just want to make sure the dumpling actually, the recipe works for the fill, not the filling. I know the filling works for the dough. I mean, this could have been a nice triangle. I think I can stop it. And the good thing is, it's not a wet dough, so I really don't foresee it busting its steam out. I can't tell you what this is going to do, right? Because once again, the dough itself is dry. If we start from round, so we can see what we get. Dry dough. So if we start from round, this is round. We can see if we can achieve the actual round dumpling that I want, which would say to me it needs to be less filling because sometimes less is more. So I'm starting from round, and if we can start from round, that would be good. This is the technical part where technique actually matters. I'm a dumpling roller. Do I do fried dumpling? Yes. Do I make stuffed steamed dumplings? No. It's not my ministry. It's not. To learn. Right? And I think once I know my recipe is good, then I will actually try to perfect the technique for rolling steamed dumplings. I've seen them where some of them are just they pull up and they're round. They look like drop dumplings, but they're not. Some of them are patty shaped, and I call these patties like empanada shapes. There we go. In Antigua, we call that shape like a patty. That's a patty for us. Hand pies, I think British people or American people say. I think you guys call them hand pies. Growing up in the Caribbean, that's a patty. Not to be confused with the Jamaican patty, right? It also looks like a turnover. Some turnovers. Turnovers are triangular. Some are round, like this. Okay, anyway, I think this is good. Might need it to be a little deeper. Yeah, I think starting from round is best. So we're not gonna talk about this child here. It's loved all the same. You just, your first child is your experiment, and then, you go down the list. What didn't work with the first one will work with the second one, and what didn't work for the second one will work for the third. It's just how it goes. Starting from round, I think I'm gonna use this as the filling side because it has so many cracks. I don't want the crack side on the outside. It's nice and smooth, honestly, like really smooth, but it's a dry. Air's catching this bad boy, and this bad boy is seasoned up, which isn't necessarily a bad. And I want to leverage the amount of dough in it, not dough, the amount of filling in it, because honestly, it's like this is too much. I already know. I think I have to use a half tablespoon versus the tablespoon. Because when you look at this, it retracts. And again, this is I'm learning. Okay. And I want it to be scrunched up, like really scrunched up. So maybe I have to. do some work. I promise you, if I know my dumpling recipe actually works, I will learn a proper technique for folding. This is not giving what I'm looking for, but we're gonna have a round one. All the different shapes to see which one's the best. Have a round one. Honestly, this is the best that I can come up with because I can come up with, but it's also figuring out what shape holds what best. And I'm in elementary school when it comes to dumpling, because this looks like a nice round dumpling, right? Round it. It looks like a nice round dumpling. To me, dumplings are round, but dumplings can be any shape you want, honestly. I'm just using the water. Hey, pretty birdie. We have a bunch of cardinals around here, and if you do not acknowledge them, okay, they make a lot of noise. So I'm just using water just to seal the cracks in hopes that once it's being cooked out, it's fine. So we have a round dumpling. We have a shape I shall not. This looks like a bottle, some kind of bottle. What? And then this was the very first one that I did, right? I'm just trying to see what works best. I can try to perfect it, but it doesn't work. But yes, air on this particular dough is not good. You know, yesterday I was just doing stuff without covering up. I cannot. This one is forming a skin, like as you can see right away, right? So I'm gonna try and get through this really quickly. I should say that, and it's gonna take me a while. So 3 more to do. And that I have left over, I'm gonna turn it into lasagna. So I'll have a little bit of cheese, and I can make lasagna without like components. I'm done. I'm gonna make lasagna rolls. I'm gonna roll it up and turn this tofu filling into a lasagna filling. No egg, no nothing. Boom, right there. This is that. This is that. Here's what it is. Maybe we need to put a little less salt. I keep saying we need to put a little less. Well, look at this. This is not a lot of filling. But then again, the dumpling itself isn't big, right? I'm just using some water to get it. I'm pushing this down so I can get the edges. Is this the right technique? I don't know. This is my first time doing it. But when I do my pizza rolls, I just shove them in and make a round ball. Because to me, dumpling is round. Or we probably do like a clamshell like this, like a little shell, empanada shape. We're just gonna do a mixture because again, and I like character in my food. I could probably crimp it, but like use a fork. But I'm not gonna use a fork. I'm just gonna leave it as is. We're gonna see if we can do another round one. But yes, the skin yes, is ridiculous. But then after this, we're gonna steam it, and we're gonna steam it for about I don't even have the time, 10 to 20 minutes. That's the best I got. 10 to 20 minutes. Because it could be done anywhere between that time frame, right? It could be. It might even take 30 because it's full on dough, right? But it's not really bread. When I've done my fried dumpling, it didn't take long. It took the same amount of time it would if it wasn't a dumpling. And then sourdough fried dumpling, not filled anything. It was fine. I did sourdough fried raisin bread because I wanted fried dumpling, but I also wanted raisins. I didn't work. It could work. Trust me. And you see me out here talking to myself? Yeah, boy. This happens all the time. In the kitchen, talking up a storm like, girl, is this gonna work? Are you sure this is gonna work? And sometimes I answer myself too, like, yeah, it's gonna work. Now here's the thing. For you dumpling makers, for dumpling eaters, do is it steel side up or down? Oh Nelly, this is gonna be the problem. Think about this. I just thought about the recipe. Is it steel side up when you're steaming it? Because I feel like it should be steel side up instead of down. But down helps seal it, and up probably exposes it to. Mm, listen, I can't even call my Google because I'm working here. Okay, we have two more, which we're coming through. We're coming along. Again, dough, dry dough. As you can see the little skin ripples? Make sure this particular dough, most doughs should be covered, but this one, absolutely. I'm just tapping it with some water just to get it lubricated a little more, and then we can start. But yeah, is it skin side up? Skin side, steel side up. I don't know. I like the round ones better. Round ones look cute. They're not doing what I want them to do. That's because I think I've added too much filling, which is perfectly okay because I like having filling in my food. Can't see my hands. I'm sorry. I like having filling in my food. If it's not in my food, it's like, did I just pay for bread? It needs to have an ample amount of filling. Now, if the filling busts out, then I know I put too much filling in there. But you will never hear me complain that it's too much filling. I don't ever think I ever complain about it. But I will complain that it's not enough filling. Same thing with pastries. It's like, yo, I understand that you want to showcase your pastry, but I want the filling too. I'm not just here to eat bread. You know? Okay. So it's almost a full tablespoon. Like I say almost because it's not quite a full tablespoon. And use this, use the back of the spoon, use whatever you have to push it. Because before I close it, my goal was to have it like a scrunched up dough. But clearly, I'm not succeeding at that goal. But that's okay. So we're gonna seal I think because it's important. So this one we're gonna turn it into like a hand shape. The other one the last one we're gonna do round. Now, I'm not gonna crimp it. I never passed that class school, but I make a mean pasta. I don't do the crimping. I do everything else, the lettuce. But I promise you, this recipe works. Child, no, it's not this one. This one has a lot of air space in it, but it has a lot of room so might melt. And then this one, oh, and that's what I did. Okay, one more, and then we should be good to start steaming because what? And the only other thing that I will say is that I don't even have any soy sauce, anything, because I would make like a nice little sauce. But I think for these dumplings, based on the filling, if you, oh hey, Mr. Perfection, if you once you steam it and cook it, you can use whatever sauce you like. A nice little like a chili-esque, not too hot, not too sweet, like a sweet chili soy sauce would work good. Um, because I know I'm gonna be making the lasagna, a nice light little tomato sauce can possibly work, but who knows? How you doing, Mr. Perfection? Thanks for joining. We out here trying to make dumpling stuff, because it would have just been too easy to fry dumpling. And then this is the last one. So we have one shape unknown. We're gonna have two round and three that looks like patties, empanadas, whatever you guys call them. I don't even know if the shape has a name. I just know it as a patty shape. A patty just patty shape. Yeah. Oh, it's not even that. It's like the weekend is over. It's Saturday. I feel like I don't even get to have a weekend, which is fine. Time is flying. Yo, it was just January. Just January. It was just January. It was just May. How is it the end of July already? I don't even understand. Okay, so we're gonna push this through and hope it works. Because it's thick enough, it's not going through the sides or the back. So I'm just gonna thin this out just so that I have enough room to close it. Yo, we can just start from Monday. What are you talking about? I remember I used to work at a place and they used to get mad because I used to get Fridays. Oh, have Fridays off because it was the weekend. Because I can make a weekend out of any day I get off, right? But I remember they used to be so mad that why did she get Friday off? Because I let you guys pick your days off. And then I said, I take whatever's left. I was so mad. She shouldn't have Fridays off. Okay. So then I'll have Monday off. You know, I can take any day and make it a long weekend. I don't care. It doesn't have to be a Friday for me. People are just weird. It's like they want what you have, but they don't know what you did to get it. So weird. But yes, it is. Today feels like a beach day, and I don't have a beach to go to. I am very upset about that. It does feel like a beach day. It's nice and cool. It's not humid or anything. Ugh. So this is it. We have round happening here. Okay. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't, and we're not, and I won't. Okay. So the remainder of this filling, like I said, I'm going to turn this. This is broccoli, cabbage, cheese, and lentil tofu. I'm going to turn that into what you call it, lasagna rolls. I'm gonna make some lasagna rolls with it. Why? Because I can. That so that we have that going on there. And then We're gonna work on this steamed dumpling I've never made ever, ever, ever in my life. Okay, so this is what we have. A vegetable steamer. Got a pot here. We're gonna add some water into it. Listen, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna tell you, it works. Now, is it seam side up or seam side down? Thank you. I just adjusted my shirt. Thank you very much. I don't know, but we're gonna we're gonna I give this enough water. Just put water in there, but I'm washing it down. I eat it. Okay, so we're gonna add a little more water. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. Just enough to cover. It's not touching. Okay. I don't have a bamboo steamer. I don't know. And I repeat, I do not know if this is going to work. I believe it's going to work. Am I sure it's going to work? So I'm gonna put parchment in, right? That's parchment in my own steam box. And then we're gonna poke the hole because parchment is paper and paper will do a weird thing. I'm saying, why would you put parchment in? I don't know what I'm doing. Try to figure it out myself. I suspect that me poking the holes will just allow the steam to come through, which is what we're trying to do. But because this is metal, I also don't want my dumplings to stick to the metal. Right? Parchment is easy for me to peel off. No issues like that. See? Reason for everything. Yo, there's a method to my madness. Sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes it's like, yo, what you supposed to do? But I won't lie to you. This past sourdough week, it's been a week, okay? I don't know. I cannot sit here and say yes that it's like a Japanese style dumpling. It's a somebody style dumpling, okay? It's a themed dumpling. But I also did not look into it, which is my bad because normally I do quick little research, especially on things that I haven't made before. I'm like, what? Trust the process. You have a general idea how you want it to look, how it should be. General. And like I said earlier, once I get if this recipe for the dumpling itself is good, right, I will work on my technique for rolling it and then I'll create a video. It's essentially the goal. Figure it out, make it work for you, and then others. You try to work on technique on our recipe. No. Okay, it's there. Listen, hope for the best. Okay, is this seam side up or seam side down? Can someone Google that and tell me how do you make steamed dumpling? Because that would be a very rhetorical question. Because this is round and this is not. We are about to have. Wait, do I have this? have this heat up before I add this? Is this how this works? Oh my goodness. Oh, so I don't know. I need to check these because there's a skin forming and I don't need the skin forming. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna treat this like I would vegetables. Do I put water to skin? Look, child, or what I do vegetables now? What? 'Cause I know it doesn't matter, but you know, I'm thinking about this. Okay, now here's a legit question. Because now I'm making myself look like I don't know how to steam vegetables. Do we add the do we let the water like boil up and then add the dumplings? Or do we add the dumplings and let everything just happen naturally? This work. Somebody help me. Come on, home into this get this bad boy moving. How does this work? This is funny. But you know, I chose this because this would have been a fun experiment to our sourdough 7 day series. Because baby, I was nothing stressful, right? Okay. Stress free. Where it's at. Have the holes. It's warm. But it's just like, can y'all answer me? Are we letting this water boil up and the steam happen before we add the dumpling? Or are we adding the dumplings and let everything just naturally occur? I have questions. I have questions. I don't have a bamboo steamer. I don't have enough type of thing. A vegetable steamer. And I put parchment at the bottom because I don't want it sticking. I don't want the dough sticking to the metal. But I'm gonna use my common sense, which isn't common, and I'm gonna wait until it heats up just a little bit. I'm gonna treat this like oil so that once it goes in, you know, it can work. I'm gonna set the timer for minutes. No, 20 minutes and check out the 10 minutes because oh, you have no idea. Okay, now your steamer bathroom reflection because this prevents the consequences. See, I got that portion right. Y'all got that right. And then how much time do we add the the dumplings in before the water starts steaming? It's parchment lined. We got that. Oh yeah. Okay. Boil water. Fill water and reach the bottom of the steamer basket without touching the dumplings. Bring the water to a boil. See? Appreciate you so much. Because my brain was not working. My brain wasn't working. Still need more water, but it's fine. Yeah, my brain wasn't working. I'm telling you, it's my first time doing this. Am I going to do this again? Maybe not. You know, some people might say, Mr. Perfection, that we just cheated. Because if this was a cooking show, who's supposed to tell me the answer? I figure it out. But thank you. Because they, mm-mm, I was about to have a heart attack just now. Okay. I was about to have a heart attack. But we're going to make it work. We are going to make it work. So we have different shapes, and then we have one. His name is Bruno, and we're not going to talk about him. Okay. Supposed to be a triangle, and I don't know what kind of shape he turned out to be. Just not going to work. The round ones are my favorite because that's what dumplings look like to me. But dumplings can be anything, any shape. Feel like if you can make a square dumpling, you're in my book. What it is? Steam carefully. 8 to 12 minutes from frozen. Oh, frozen, you need to add more time? What did it say? 8 to 12 minutes? Why do I have 20 minutes here? Listen here. This is not pasta all over again. Remember when I boil the pasta, the fresh pasta for like 20 minutes? 10 minutes to be exact? Let's just boil that water up. The struggle is real right now. Listen, okay? This has been one of the most challenging sourdough weeks ever. Okay? We started things off with the ravioli. Ravioli was good. Questionable, but good. The process was a lot to handle, but it was good. I ate it all week. It was delicious. We filled it with like a lentil tofu um, filling, which is awesome. And then I don't remember what happened after that because we tried to make sweet potato bread. No, we still have the dough here. Okay, I'm gonna turn that into a cinnamon roll because I really think that dough has so much potential. Right? Then we made cornflakes, which was good. It was enough for one person. I ate it all. It was good. You can also use the same cornflake and turn it into crumbs that you can, fry your chicken with. Think of it like shake and bake, right? See, easy. Hold on. You have to focus. Right somewhere, somehow, where it's like, why are you trying to talk to me when I have glasses on? I can't hear you. I'm quite the opposite. I can't see when I'm talking. Can't. I just need enough space to breathe it. There we go. Start timer. Woo! My fingers. Listen, this is gonna work. Okay, it is gonna work. But this sourdough month, July, too much. Considering it's my birthday month, too much, too much. It's giving me too much stress. But I'm happy because it allowed me to actually challenge myself a little bit in terms of the ravioli and all the things that we created or tried to create. Because yesterday we did hot dog buns. No, 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 no. Not gonna happen. Still have the bread. The bread is delicious, but that is not a hot dog bun. Okay. So I have to revamp and figure it out. So any recipe that I've done between April and now for our lives that did not come through, we are actually gonna have videos for it. I'm gonna take my time, probably try to do a video every weekend to refresh and retweak that in my mind the recipes work, right? So it's been a challenging week. It's been fun. Thank you, Mr. Perfection, for the cheat code because baby, I needed the help. Wait, are we supposed to look at this? Oh, maybe if it works, because it's working. But I mean, I could probably roll it around in some butter garlic, some garlic butter. Fry it, get a little crisp happening. See? Redemption. Because I had no idea what was happening. I did not. I did not. I did not. I did not. I'm excited. Listen, August is right around the corner. We have about 2 weeks until August starts. And then we have another 7 day of sourdough. Think about everything that you would possibly want to see made with sourdough and hit me up because that's what we are here to do. I'm here to learn and figure it out. I'm not necessarily trying to teach you anything, but you might learn a thing or two. You might learn what not to do, or you might learn what to do it. How to do it. You know? Let me stop. I mean, it smells good. And I'm sitting here saying, is it supposed to be wet? Yes, girl. It's steam. Steam is wet. Listen. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do some like garlic pan fry them, kind of like pot stickers. Because these clearly aren't really steam buns, dumplings. I don't know. Yes, who's leading the poll? Because I cannot see the poll. Tell me, you tell me not to let them touch. They're already touching. Nothing I can do about this. Okay. Having having a moment. Touching. And there's water. Stop touching. It's okay. It's okay if they touch. It's fine. I have at least two or three that aren't touching, which is good. Ow. Burn. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What did I say? Word of the day. It's fine. No one likes winter? Oh, you guys are haters. And no one likes spring? I love spring. Spring got all the birds coming up, the flowers. You don't like spring? And you don't like winter? You guys are haters. You guys are all haters. All haters. I love spring and I love winter. I like summer. I tolerate it. I tolerate summer. Autumn, I love. I love the change in the landscape, the beautiful colors. Like when I take long drives into less populated areas, beautiful. Winter, same thing. Summer, I'm fine most of the time. It's too hot. Way too hot. I can't. I love spring. I love going for my walks, birds and hearing them chirp with the babies. I mean, they chirp all year round, right? But they're very active at springtime. Love it. Okay, smelling like smells good for our makeshift steamer for these dumplings that are touching. No, they're fine. They smell so tiny. They're fine. They're fine. I'm gonna toss it in some garlic butter if I can find the butter. Not the butter. We're gonna toss it. At least the ones I'm about to eat. Three. No apologies. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna toss them in some stuff, and the others I could just keep them in the fridge as is, no problem. And that's why I like the tofu, not the sourdough tofu. Can you imagine? But I voted summer because that's where most of our. Well, see, growing up down there, because my birthday is right smack in the middle of carnival. What is there to do? Who is focused on carnival? No. Give me winter any day. Give me winter. And I know some winter babies don't like winter, especially the ones that are born in like December because people lump their birthdays and Christmas together. My birthday got lumped in with carnival, so it's like, oh yeah, it's carnival. Okay, we have about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna let it run its full course. The steam is steaming. The dumplings look like they're good. They're nice and sealed. They're not busting out. They are touching a little, but that's okay. Why is it okay? Because this is my first time doing it. Why not? It's okay. It is okay. Oh, it's breaking up. My apologies. Is this better? Can you hear me now? Why am I looking so glistening? There's reflection from a windshield out there. I like this though. Mhm. Listen, it's been a very long week, okay? A long, long, okay? We are trying to finish this sourdough bake-a-thon off strong. The last day. I hope these dumplings work because this is gonna be my lunch. Okay, so this just I think my live reset. I don't know why. Anyways, I am just waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. 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 I'm excited because August, I'm not sure what we're gonna make for our sourdough lives. And I think I'm gonna put it to a vote prior to. You guys need to let me know what you want to see. Or hit me up on my page. You can write on my community tab to let me know. Because I need some ideas and suggestions. And it's whatever you want to see. Because I already made everything I wanted. I did. Made my brownies, my cookies, my muffins, my banana bread, my banana pudding, my cereal. I made everything that in my mind I wanted to make, right? So this is all, August is all you guys. It's you. I would just come here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just come on live and just say, okay, what are we making today? You guys have to tell me. That means you have to show up to tell me. Or else I'm gonna just be looking at the camera and we're not making anything. Because it'll be like no one said anything. I made pasta because that's one of the things I wanted to make. Got that out of the way. Donuts out of the way. Chocolate chip cookies, brownies, I said. Fried shrimp we did with sourdough discard. I mean, the next probable thing that I could do is probably fish and chips. Some fried fish battered with sourdough. Man, let me cook in peace. Let me cook in peace. This is how I cook. I gotta make sure they're not busting open or anything. There's a lot of steam in there. It's fine. Let me cook in peace. Okay. There's steam coming out of here, coming out of the sides. Leave me alone. I know. It's probably like you're watching it. It's like, why does she keep opening the pot? Because I can. Okay, we have about 1 minute left, like technically 2 minutes left. So we'll see. Let me get my plate ready. I like, ooh, the lights hitting me. I'm looking real nice. I mean, if you don't think so, that's your business. It is what it is. I'm just gonna get my plate. Probably two, because I wanna toss them up in some garlic butter. Just a few. Maybe I don't know which one I'm gonna put them on. So time is running out. We're coming down to the wire. For these dumplings, they look like they puffed up. Okay, I'm not gonna open it until. It's a bad habit, man. It's a bad habit. Open. Oh, it's almost done. And this isn't something I can taste. How am I supposed to know this is cooked? Oh my goodness. You know what's so funny about this? This is exactly how I am. I am in my daily life. It's chaotic. It's like I know what I want to do, But do I think through all the steps all the time? No. And then once I get to the end, now I'm like, wait, what? What are we doing? Okay, we have 19 seconds. But how do I know they're cooked? Do I stab it? Not stab it, but like, do I cut it? Do I use a toothpick? Like, what do I do? I'll figure it out. Let me see. Do I need something that's not gonna make them stick. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Ooh, look at that dumplings. Some of them are stuck to each other, but that's okay. I mean, I probably should have done this in stages. As you can see, this is what dumplings look like. Oh, before the food's done, I'm right there. Okay. My uncle knows me. I used to do it to my uncle all the time. He'll turn around and be like, food, I'm right there. Food's ready, right there. Okay. So some of them are stuck, which is fine. They kind of look like pot stickers to me. I'm trying to see, yo, are we sure this is done in 12 minutes? How do you know it's done? Is it supposed to change color like this? Or is it still supposed to be white like this? And the reason why I'm questioning is because this is my first time making steamed dumplings, honestly. I fried them. I've done all that jazz. I've never steamed. Like, I don't know, because right now we have two different colors happening. Can you see? Like, this is like brownish translucent, and this is like white. This is like brownish translucent, and then it's like white. How is that just means that it's burnt? Because this is hard. How do we know? Okay. Either way, we're okay. They might need, I really let me check the bottom. See, the bottom of this is white. This had air holes. Did you not have pockets? Air pockets? Yeah, you did, but okay. This is my own thing. Because this is the first time doing it, I am not confident in saying that it's 100% done. Because I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't. See, like, okay, see, like, how I'm holding this? You see this right here, this brownish? And then other parts of it is still white. Now, like, look at this one. This one. This is what I'm saying. This is this color. And then look at the bottom or the sides. Do we have air holes? I could swear I gave you air holes. I don't know. Maybe I didn't steam them right, but I think I'm gonna maybe 2 minutes. They look like air is touching them and they're changing color. So maybe they're done. But I'm gonna give them like two more minutes. Just for my peace of mind. Honestly, it's really my peace of mind. And I can already tell that this has more dough than it does filling. And that's not something I like. But now I know for next time. Okay. They might be done, honestly. Because air catching them, it's turning. They said once the dough is not soggy. Yeah, it's not soggy. Okay. I'm going to make an executive decision because I'm going to toss them up in some oil, some garlic, butter. Right? Like, do you see? Like, are y'all seeing this? This is what the dumpling's supposed to be? Like, I don't know what I'm looking for. And I don't know if that's just because this is a sourdough. Is this soggy? No. But you know what I'm saying? Like, It's oh, this is interesting. It really is. We don't talk about Bruno. Bruno out here just doing the most. Honestly, I have no idea. So this is the bottom of. Oh, you can't even see. This is the bottom of the round, but this is the top. Once air caught it, it's smooth, which is fine. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if the dumpling is supposed to turn. It's supposed to turn color. I don't know because look, as soon as the lid, sorry, raised up, the color it's so smooth, like really smooth. Like, is this supposed to be like this? Like, I don't even know. Like, it's so smooth. Like, air is touching it, and it's just becoming darker in color. I don't have an explanation for this. I just know the air touched it, and it's doing that. Could it be that it's because it's sourdough, and maybe there's like a chemical reaction happening that we don't know about? Could it be the oil that I use? I use coconut oil. Could it be that? I don't know. It could be, but I'm not going to be worried. I'm going to now, I'm just going to do all of them up because this is so concerning to me. Do you see how smooth this is? And it's not concerning in a bad way, like this isn't going to be good. It's just concerning that I've never actually seen anything like this. It smells good. Like I've never actually seen that. So that's very interesting to me. And I shouldn't say concerning, just interesting. Maybe because it's sourdough. Yeah, it could be because it's sourdough, honestly. Because I realized as soon as the lid came up and it got exposed to air, it started doing this. Maybe I have to roll it a little lower. Not lower, thinner. Because this is all dough. Because I can see the filling here. This is a lot of filling. I don't know. And I know I'm touching it, but I'm curious. This is a good science experiment. It is. But I'm gonna do some butter and garlic. And I'm gonna kind of pan fry them. Think pot stickers. Because this is what I mean, they're still dumpling. But it really does seem like maybe because it's sourdough. But then I haven't actually made a steamed dumplings before, so I don't know what it would look like after. And I told you for this one, I actually didn't do any research to see what it would look like. I just kind of put together something of a recipe. Maybe the recipe is good, but the ratios are off. So it's the same ingredients, but a different ratio. Like, it could be anything. Maybe once the dumpling cools, that's what happens. But I'm thinking it's because of the sourdough. And I'm not mad or disappointed. I'm just confused. It's just a little. So we're getting the garlic ready because I love garlic anything. But again, if you have like a sweet sauce, soy sauce, some kind of sauce, you can toss it in it. I don't have soy sauce. I have a little rice wine vinegar. Rice vinegar, not rice wine. I'm probably gonna add some in it just so that I have a little bit of sauce. And yes, I'll eat the science experiment once it's done. I survived all week. I know I'm gonna survive this one. Listen, I survived the sweet potato bread. I survived the sourdough banana pudding. That was supposed to be a banana bread. I survived the cereal. I survived, okay? So I know I'm gonna survive this one. It looks like it's lightening up. These guys are lightening up, but it's very smooth. We're gonna cut the ugliest one in half. We're not gonna toss it. We're gonna cut it to see what it looks like on the inside. And cooking it here will actually add to the cooking process, which helps, right? So I'm gonna use my homemade butter. I'm heavy on the homemade. We're gonna add some of the homemade butter. I have garlic on it. Some, by some, I mean quite a bit. Do I want it brown? Not really. So we're gonna add some crushed garlic into the pan. This is like my favorite thing, if I can be honest. I love garlic anything. So it is what it is for me. So if you're sitting here like, yo, she's using garlic for everything. Yes. Garlic over onions any day of the week. Any day of the week. Doesn't matter. Any day of the week. Give me anything onion, I'm not your friend. But garlic, baby, I got you covered. I sure did. Maybe I'll do a live of making homemade butter. But I did make homemade butter. I always make homemade butter. Once I realized how easy it was, it's what I do. Because butter is expensive. Butter's like $8.99 for a pound of butter. Who got that type of money? Not me. Butter used to be $3.99, and that's not a sale price. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe one of our weekly lives, maybe next week I'll do some butter because I can't afford to constantly buy. I mean, on the lower end, the store brand butters, they're usually like $5.99, $6.99. When I get cream on sale, cream is on sale for like $2.49, $3.99. I grab that and I make myself butter. No issues. And it lasts longer. You can add whatever you want. If you want to have chili garlic butter, sure. If you want to have honey butter, sure. Salted, unsalted, do whatever. You know? Okay, we're gonna cut. I call it the ugliest one, but I'm not dumpling shaming. We're gonna cut one. Yo, this knife's not even doing anything. Yo, are you safe to eat? I'm using a serrated knife. Okay. I'm gonna bring it over here. So this is what the dumpling looks like cut. Right? The filling looks good. Nice and melty. However, the dough, I don't know if it's cooked. It could be cooked or it's on its way to being cooked. I'm smelling it just to see because, like I said yesterday, undercooked dough has a smell. It really does. But I'm not worried because I'm going to be adding them here. Giving them a nice toss around, stare. So if it's not cooked then, it's going to be nice and crispy and cooked now. It's just butter and garlic. The dough itself is fine, flavor-wise, but I really think it's undercooked. It feels like it's undercooked because even if you boil it or you fry it, frying is different, but it seems like it's undercooked. So I probably needed my original 20 minutes in my head, right? Because I said it was going to be about 20 minutes. But hey, it could be cooked and it could be just doing this weird stuff. That's fine. We're going to finish it off here. And it's not like it was a thick layer of that's the thing. It wasn't a thick layer, but maybe it was. Because now that I'm looking at it, it let me get rid of the filling so I can actually see. Because the filling's cooked, cheese is melted and everything. It really does look like the the dough is too thick, but it also is looking like it just needed a little more time. Eh, that's okay though. We're about to crisp it up here. I hope the filling don't come out. Because I know it's not supposed to be like that, right? But again, I don't know what to look for when it comes to like a steamed dumpling, but I know it's not supposed to be like this. Maybe this is the stage it gets to when it's almost cooked. And then you take it off beforehand. Maybe I need a proper steamer. Maybe I just needed to put more holes. There's a number of things that could have happened. But I'm going to cook it through. And if I feel like it's safe to eat, I will eat it. And I did say if, because if I'm frying it now, like look at this. It's turning white again. Right? I don't know. This is weird. This is a weird science experiment. But it's true. Sometimes undercooked dough looks translucent, but it also depends on what's involved. This is just garlic and butter, people, and I know you might be concerned that it's really dark. I like my garlic crispy and crunchy. Honestly, I do. So we're gonna just baste it in the oil. This might not have been the original intent, but it's what we got. Pivot. Figure it out. I'm gonna get a little spoon because yeah, it does look undercooked. I mean, this is a waste of filling, but the filling itself is melty and all that jazz. But it definitely needed more time. So yeah, I would have to probably roll it a lot thinner. See, I didn't realize it was. I mean, I knew it was thick, but I didn't realize it was that thick. Because look, this is definitely not cooked. This is undercooked for sure. So hopefully this will help. It's gonna crisp up the outside, cook its way through the inside. I'm telling you, don't worry how it looks right now, okay? I'm gonna splash some what you call it on it. Little chili flakes and like some parsley and boom. It's gonna look like a brand new product. Right? You know what? Butter, you really melted and you did the garlic. You did a number on the garlic really fast. cheese. But that was the homemade butter. That did that. Yeah, this should have been really thin. Now I know. Now I know. I know for next time. Okay, so this is brown butter, brown garlic butter. But it's turning white again, so I have hope. I do have hope. And we're gonna just take we're gonna take this out because this point it's burning. And the heat that I want it at, we're not gonna get it with all this burntness. So it has the garlic flavor, which is fine. Okay. It's okay. We're gonna make it. We are gonna make it. Can y'all tell it's been a long week? Because baby, I'm usually on top of this. But I'm not the one thing I can say is I'm not freaking out. Normally I freak out. Like, oh my gosh, it's not working. It's the last day. We're fine. We're okay. We got to spend a little more time together. To round out the week. And then we'll be good. What plans do you have today, Mr. Perfection? Oh, you just came back? Oh, you gotta go. All right, no problem. Have a good day. Be safe. Be safe. And I'll see you next time. We're gonna be done soon. I just want to cook these out a little more. I really do. Because I think the butter helped. I just want to make sure I do. There we go. Thank you. I will see you again, my friend. And to be honest, if I do all of this and it still doesn't look like it's cooked, I won't eat it. I would have to, this would be like a full on epic fail. If I do this and it just doesn't come out. But I mean, it's turning white again. So it should be good. We'll see. These science experiments, why did I put this here? These science experiments, you know, they go a long way, honestly. They work. They don't work. Maybe I need to figure out my technique versus just doing whatever I want. It could be anything. It really could be anything. But I'm thinking that it's gonna be fine. It's going to be fine. Because I feel like if I cook it too much, isn't it gonna get tough? And then by the looks of it, it's soaking up the butter. That could cause another issue. Okay, so it looks like it's crisp. I feel like this would probably be really good in the air fryer. Let me just do a flash on high heat. And then we're gonna take one and cut to see what it actually looks like, to see if it actually works. If not, we revisit. We do. That's what I said I was gonna do. Take a spoon and get some oil. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll cut one of the round ones. I mean, they're the best looking ones right here. We already got rid of Bruno. Now we'll talk about him. Because Bruno is no, no, no. Okay. What is burning? I might have to revisit this for sure. Because I really, it really could be that it was just thick, like juicy. I'm only concerned because the color that it changed to, I've never seen anything that I've made change that color. And now it's becoming white with the added heat. So I don't know. This is one time where when I tell you I'm not sure, I'm not sure. I'm very uncertain about this. Because it doesn't make any sense why this happened. And the fact that my butter is browning like this, what's happening here? I'm gonna blame everything but me. Let's stand you up here. Let me get the side. This one's looking good. It also looks like it's ready to be busted open. But this one, see, like the color isn't bad, right? But my butter is burning, 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 burning. But that's fine. Just want to give it a nice flash of heat. You can get some even color happening here. Golden color is not a bad look. Now it looks like it's more cooked to me, especially this one. It really might be, it needed more time. Come on, there we go. See, that one doesn't look bad. It really could just be a time thing. Wasn't enough steam because I kept opening the lid. Or I didn't steam it properly. Like I didn't have enough holes to make sure the steam comes through for it. Now y'all know I never make anything and my butter is like this. Never. I don't know what's going on with this butter. You just intend on embarrassing me more, huh? Just embarrassing me some more. I'm gonna take this out. This is busted open, so I know this is cooked now. It's busted wide open. Okay. We're gonna cut one, see what it looks like, and then I think I'm gonna slightly toss it in. Yeah, see, I've never cooked anything. The amount of stuff that I've made with garlic, my butters never look like this. I don't know what is going on. Okay, so a lot of weird stuff happening. I've never had that happen. No amount of high heat, low heat, garlic butter ever turns out that way. Ever. Like, that's weird. So weird. Okay. I'm going to move you closer to me so that we can examine these. Taste if needed. If I'm confident that it's cooked, I will taste it. I know the filling is delicious. That's not my question. It's the casing. It's the outer casing. Right? Okay. So we have a crispy outer crunch. So think more of like a pot sticker. Was that the intent? No. But did we get it? Yes. Okay. Let me just wash this one. This is cut from the first one. Okay, we're gonna cut this one. Yeah, see? It's much better than the first one. Way better. So the first time around, it looked like it was undercooked. And to me, it's still slightly undercooked. But it looks a little better. But I can see my issue is that it was very thick. to begin with. So I needed to roll it out a lot thinner in order for it to cook right through. But as you can see, the filling itself is melted. It looks like it's holding up. It looks good. I I'm only gonna. It's still not cooked. Taste wise, it's good. Taste wise, mm-hmm. Nice and tiny. Because I just got the outer crunch. It's tiny. It's nice, right? We're inspecting the dough. You can see. So right here, it looks like it's almost there, right? So I know this is good. It's just a matter of rolling it thinly and making it steam more than the 12 minutes, maybe 15. Honestly, maybe even 20, right? So what I'm gonna do, because I know it's good, it tastes good. It's just a timing thing. I miscalculated something in terms of the rolling. Again, when you look at it, it's thick. So it needed to be a little thinner in order for it to cook in the time frame that I wanted it to cook in. Right? So these are good. I'm not throwing them out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them in the oven at some point to finish them off. Because essentially, when you do steamed dumplings or steamed buns, the steam is what cooks it. So I could have not cooked it long enough. I know I definitely rolled it too thickly. Too thick. As you can see again, it's still too thick. I just wanted to show you it's thick, right? So the outer section cooks a lot faster than the inside. So even though inside is warm, it's still a lot to penetrate, right? So I'm gonna finish this off in the oven. Now the recipe, I'm gonna say the recipe works. You just need to roll it a lot thinner than me. So instead of it being 75 grams, maybe it should be like 50 grams and roll it. Just roll it. Instead of using your hands, use a rolling pin. I use my hands because I wasn't sure, right? Use a rolling pin, use the back of a spoon, something to let it go flat and then fill it and close it up. That way, it's not a thick it's not even 2 inch, but it's probably almost like a ½ inch thick. It's too big. It's too big. So that's one thing that I can say that we can correct with this. But in terms of the actual dough recipe, I think it's good because I tasted it. It's good. The filling, I'm not worried about. That's also good. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna wrap this up. This is what we have. This is the end result of our steamed dumpling that we tried to correct and correct and correct. Now I could possibly put this in the oven and it does nothing, right? But there's heat in there, it'll help it. So I'm gonna let that sit. So I just want to thank everybody for showing up this week. It's been a very stressful, unique week for my sourdough bake-a-thon. Um, it wasn't easy at all. So some things that I would possibly know how to do, and I know I can do it. It was a struggle this week, and I never really struggled this much with sourdough since I started. So it's a good thing because now I know what not to do. Okay, so that is it. The dumplings Out of 10, they're probably about a 5. Not because they don't taste good or look good, just because the process, I didn't steam it long enough, right? So they didn't cook through. I didn't roll it thin enough, so they were too thick. So it needs double the time to cook, right? Filling is fine. Filling is not runny or anything. The cheese melted nicely. Everything is cooked, so it's fine. But that is it. We are going to be, I'm contemplating if we're going to be back here tomorrow. I'm not sure. We might do just a quick little, I might make some popsicles because it's warm. I'm not sure. But as for our sourdough week, we're done for July. We have June. Why do I keep saying July and then June? We have August coming up. I haven't decided which weeks we're going to have it, if it's the first week or the second week. But we're going to have 7 days of sourdough again. And we're going to be doing 7 different recipes. We might revisit 1 or 2 that I messed up this week and prior weeks. I'm not sure. I'm tired of being embarrassed, okay? I'm tired of being embarrassed here. But that is it. That's it. We're done. We're good. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you. Every last one of you. Even though some of you are silent watchers, I still appreciate you. Okay, that is it for this live stream. That's the end of our sourdough series for July. I will see you back here another time. Bye.